Ramsac are at the heart of IT, and that comes from a number of different angles. We're loved, but we're also in the centre of the industry and of technology. And we run the IT for our clients, or we supplement the running of the IT for our clients. So for some companies, we're their IT department in totality. In others, we're providing specialist roles. We do IT support, managed services, cybersecurity, and business transformation. The challenges that we previously had with finance was we were dealing with traditional finance companies who would only offer finance on something that they could reclaim if the client were ever to default. So they would offer finance on the kit element of a deal. But with our industry, the kit is only a small part of the overall project. We deliver a lot of large projects for clients. It could be an office move, for example, where it's not just lots of equipment that people are buying, it's also a lot of time and a lot of services. And one of the things that works so well with Reality Finance is that we're able to spread all of that across a finance agreement and allow the client to pay on a monthly basis. And when they split that down in terms of the number of people that they've got, that gives them a more traditional sort of cost per user per month model, which they find very easy to relate to and like to consume what we're delivering in that way. If we're putting together a proposal for a client, one of the things that we'll do is we'll work out the project cost, and then we'll talk to Reality Finance, talk about the clients. Reality will do the background checks on them in terms of what's going to be the most appropriate way of structuring a finance deal to come up with a costing. So that when we go back to the customer with our project costs, we're able to say, look, this is the cost, or more attractively, this is a cost on a monthly basis on a finance type agreement. The opportunity for our sales team is many clients aren't thinking about purchasing a technology solution in this way, and therefore in their mind they've got a fixed budget. And what we're able to do is rather than present them with a CapEx cost, give them an OpEx cost, and they realise that actually they can afford to do a lot more, which means that the projects get bigger, but also the client gets the solution that often they really want but didn't think they could afford. The process of doing this is really important. We need our jobs to be easy. We've worked with other finance options before. Manufacturers often tend to put together their own deals, but typically we find those never compare to the ease of working with Reality Finance. And I think the solution just feels part of our team and our offering, and that works really well for us. We've worked with Reality Finance for coming up to 20 years. It's a long-standing relationship. I think what's interesting is we've always talked about the finance offerings when we've done a deal, when we've been putting together a proposal. What's really interesting, I think, is the fact that 20 years ago, people's way of consumption of everything was different to what it is today. And what we see in the industry now is very much the rental type mindset. We think about everything that we consume. And for that reason, I just think that what we're doing together with Reality Finance will just continue to evolve and to grow. For example, we had a client that had been speaking to another supplier and they'd wanted to do a finance offering on their project. They'd been told that they weren't good for finance. One of the things that worked really well for us is we put together the project for them, and what Reality Finance were able to do was split the finance over more than one provider. And the limits the buffers that this client were coming up against by spreading it over more than one just circumvented that problem. We were able to deliver the project and the client was very happy. I think if you were a business looking to work with a finance company, the experience that you get working with Reality Finance is very different to anything else that I've ever experienced with other finance houses that have come to us wanting to get our business. The team, the relationship, the knowledge and the flexibility just make it a no-brainer for me.